There's a part of me that wishes I'd never adopted her. But what mother could have known? She was so sweet at first. I remember the day my best friend brought me Naomi. My friend could not take care of her and I wanted to help her. So I took Naomi in my house, like she was one of my own. My daughter, Amara, had begged me for a sister. After giving birth to Amara, I could not bear again, so I helped my friend. Naomi was just a baby, no older than a year. She had the darkest, deepest eyes, and when I looked at her, it was like she was staring right through me. She was sweet, she would laugh when Amara played with her, and I never saw anything out of the ordinary. I took her in as my own, loved her like my own blood. I treated her the same, gave her the same care and attention I gave Amara. I thought we were a family, that nothing could tear us apart. But when Naomi hit her teenage years, that's when things started to change. It wasn't something you could put your finger on right away, but I could feel it. The way she started acting distant, even cold. Sometimes, I would catch her staring at me in a way that made my skin crawl. And then came the comments snide, disrespectful, like she was daring me to say something back. She'd mock me, and Amara would watch in silence, not knowing what to do. Naomi would do things that made no sense, like hide things in the house, important things. A kitchen knife, my jewelry, Amara's school papers. And when I asked her about it, she'd just smile and say, "I don't know." But the worst was when I found out she was sneaking out at night. One evening, I stayed up waiting for her to leave. I followed her. I didn't know what I expected to find. But when I saw her in the woods, talking to someone, I couldn't see who it was, I felt my heart drop. I didn't ask her about it the next morning. I didn't need to. I wanted to see if she would do it again. Which she did the very next day. I followed her and I can see she was talking with a woman. I could not see who she was. When I confronted them, the lady ran away. Naomi did not give a satisfying explanation why she was doing this and who that person was. She got very angry and locked herself in her room. Her cruelty continued, like little things that didn't make sense at first. She'd be disrespectful to me and Amara, ignoring us when we spoke, or mocking us when we were serious. But it wasn't just the words, it was the way she acted. She started showing no gratitude for the things I did for her. I worked hard to provide for both my daughters. She didn't care. One night, I heard her talking to Amara, but when I listened in, she wasn't being a good sister. She was whispering things that sounded like threats. Telling Amara things like, "If you tell Mama anything, I'll make sure you regret it." It scared Amara, and when I confronted Naomi, she just laughed in my face. She would tell me that she was only joking. One day, as I corrected her behavior, she said, "You're not my real mother," and that broke me. I couldn't understand it. I had given everything to Naomi. I loved her. But it was clear, I was no longer her mother. I was just someone she tolerated. And it got worse. Naomi started to do things that made me feel like I was losing control. I'd find things in her room, my things, she'd start stealing my things. I saw also things that I bought for Amara. She really changing, it wasn't just typical teenage rebellion. It was something darker. She was trying to destroy my family from the inside out. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I went to her room, determined to confront her about everything, like the lies, the disrespect, the hate I could feel pouring out of her. But when I opened the door, she wasn't there. Her bedroom was empty. I searched the house, my heart racing. I knew something was wrong. I found her standing by the window, staring out into the night. She turned to me slowly, her eyes black as coal, like nothing human could ever live in them. "Why do you care?" she asked in a voice that wasn't hers, low and eerie. "I'm not your daughter anymore. You cannot force me to accept you as my mother." I backed away. What was happening to her? What had I done wrong? I never abused her, never beat her. What is this? The answer came to me when I asked her, "Who are you?" She smiled, but it wasn't Naomi's smile. It was the smile of someone who had never known love, never known kindness. I'm the one you saved, Mama. Well, now I'm the one who will destroy you. Leave me alone. That night, I didn't sleep. I couldn't. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Naomi's face, twisted and dark, full of hatred. And in the morning, she was back to her normal self, sweet, kind, as if nothing had happened. But I knew something was wrong with her. I don't know what happened to Naomi, and I don't know if it's something that was always there or if I brought it out by adopting her. But I can tell you this, something changed in her when she hit her teenage years. Something dark. Something unnatural. One afternoon, Amara came home, crying. I asked her what happened. She told me that she met my best friend and she told her that, your mother is an evil woman and now she will get what's coming for her. So what happened with your best friend, Mom? I told Amara, not to worry, that I will check with her. Don't worry. But as Amara was in her sad mood, she decided to continue talking about Naomi. She finds that I was spoiling Naomi and that things that she was getting punished for, Naomi can do it, without any punishment. Naomi, which is younger than me, has a boyfriend, she is way too young. I am 18 and Naomi is just 13. How do you tolerate that, Mom? I didn't know that Naomi had a boyfriend and I could see how angry Amara was. This all startled me, I did not expect to hear this. I did not realize that I was giving Naomi preference, I was just trying my utmost, so I didn't fail her and that she didn't feel neglected, without realizing that I was neglecting my own daughter. The next day I met with my friend, and she yelled at me, start arguing with me. First I could not understand why she was so mad, but then I realized what was wrong. After she gave birth to Naomi, she didn't stop there. She got 4 more kids with 4 different men, and wanted me to take care of them. After the second child, she came to me, I told her I could not manage more kids, she got vexed and I never saw her again until now. I could not imagine that she would blame me for her wrongdoing. How dare she? She told me that she saw Amara and told Amara that I am an evil woman. And also that she is seeing Naomi these days and that she told Naomi that I am a wicked woman. So now, Naomi is taking revenge for her and she knows that Naomi is doing a very good job. I could not believe my ears. My friend was the same age as I am, but she became so bitter and frustrated and probably still drinking and smoking that she looks older now. I can't believe that Naomi is turning into her mother. I could not take this anymore. She was so sweet when she was a baby, it was only later, when she got older, that I saw the darkness in her lurking in her eyes, in the way she would smile at me. You don't think it's real, but then one day you realize you're living in a nightmare. So eventually, I had to let Naomi go. She is staying at her grandmother right now. I couldn't live my life in fear anymore, not for myself, not for Amara. I tried to protect my daughter, but there's only so much a mother can do. I pray every day that Naomi can find peace and that my friend realize what she did. But deep down, I know she's not the same girl I took in all those years ago. So, if you're a parent, take this as a warning, some things aren't what they seem. People, especially children, can change in ways that you never expect. If you feel something's wrong, don't ignore it. Trust your instincts. Moral of the story: sometimes, when we try to do good, when we try to help, the consequences are not what we expect. We can't always fix what's broken. It's important to be wise in the decisions we make, especially when it comes to the ones we love. Biblical perspective: the Bible teaches us in Proverbs 4 verse 23, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. The heart is the center of who we are. Sometimes, no matter how hard we try to do good, the hearts of those we love may not be what they appear. Trust God to guide you and protect you in every decision. My opinion. It is very difficult to make decisions, not knowing about the consequences in the future. You try to help, but the backlash you get makes me wonder. In this case, Naomi can still take revenge for letting her go. She did experience abandonment twice. I know it will be tough for some to let go and to move on. People nowadays do not appreciate your sacrifices anymore. If you found this story unsettling or thought-provoking, I'd love to hear your opinion. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have you ever experienced a situation like this? Or maybe you have a different take on this story. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed.